I do research in a biofuels lab on campus in the engineering center. Well, I had to have a BS, of course, at least. It's an entry-level position, so I had to have a BS in chemical engineering. And I don't think it was required, but they the position desired research experience, which I had received in my undergraduate education. So the big goal of the biofuels industry is to get fuel to be made from everyday bio-waste. So my goal specifically is to optimize glucose and xylose transporter systems in E. coli membranes. So biomass is mostly made up of mixtures of xylose and glucose, and so I'm trying to be a small part of the big picture here by kind of optimizing and seeing which transporters operate the best, how the cell reacts, how it mutates if one of them is gone. So it's quite a bit of genetics. So I do gene knockouts and then experiment with those and grow up the cells on different media, glucose, xylose, and a mixture of the two. Technical writing is something so different. So I'm working on getting published now. I'm typing up my, starting to get a proposal together, and this guy in our lab is actually a foreign guy. English is his second language, but it's kind of embarrassing. I'm an American, I've grown up speaking English, but he just can look at my writing, and he always tells me, technical writing is a skill, get your writing, tighten it up, get it more concise, and it's great. I mean, he's taught me so much about it just because he has done this before in this specific type of writing. He has done the science, and he knows what is required in the writing. So I think the best way, I know this is a writing class, I'm sure you're learning a lot, and I learned a lot in my writing class, of course, but I think the best way to really get good at technical writing is just, to get a project that you're passionate about, and write it. Write about your data, because in my experience anyway, it's just really hard to get all of those ideas in such a condensed form. For me it was very difficult, maybe not for other people, but for me that was one of the most difficult things. So of course writing is huge in that, and we've talked a bunch about writing, but also face-to-face conversations and presentations are also very important. I just was in Minnesota to give a presentation about my research and talk to a few people who know much more biology than I do about the specific genetics of the work. So I think writing, of course, is a huge one, and also oral presentations, and then of course having the ability to have an intelligent conversation with people who have different expertise than you do. So for me, biology is not my expertise by any means, but I can, at this point, after much work, have an intelligent conversation with a geneticist.